Hey there. Start here. A couple of things before I get to the Jayden fight. So, I contemplated whether to even do this, but I think, you know, a couple of things that I need to just address before I go any further. Um, I'm I'm not going to do these weekly fights anymore. Or as far as content is concerned, like I'm just not going to do content on these weekly fights anymore because they're honestly they sort of vacillate between either stupidly difficult in the sense that like you need to either have an auto battle team like the ones last week, or they're just ridiculously easy to the point that they're basically brain dead easy. You don't even need to have content creators do content for them. And so you know the way the game is going currently, I've been pretty open about my disappointment in the way the game is going, the state of the game after the 7th anniversary. Gumi clearly hasn't put in a whole lot of effort into this anniversary, and I think it reflects the amount of effort that they're putting into the game in general. So this is sort of a step towards my eventual retirement into a filthy casual. And there's a lot of things going on behind that. Some personal things that I won't get into, but also just the way things are going. And it all started back when they announced that they were no longer going to do any more Chamber of the Vengeful Trials, which was like, one of the coolest things that they had implemented. And it was last year. It was during last anniversary that they started doing that, and they only did one trial, and that was Morgana. And then, we never heard anything more about it. And then, it was maybe back in January. I can't remember which live stream it was. I think it was like January, where they definitively said we are no longer supporting Chamber of the Vengeful, and there will be no more Chamber of the Vengeful trials. And that was just like, that was the beginning of the end for me. I'm not going to lie. Like at that point, I knew that Gumi was not invested in really improving the game anymore. It's just kind of, holding down the fort in maintenance mode at this point. And yeah, I'm not down with that. And so if Gumi's not going to improve the game anymore and put in the effort, then I'm not going to either. And I hope this doesn't disappoint you guys. I'm very sorry if you're disappointed and you're but I'm just I did this. I started doing content creation because it was fun. And I told myself that if it ever got to the point where it was no longer fun or it felt like work, more work than fun, then I was just going to stop doing it. And it's gotten to that point with the weekly stuff. I still will do content for like Dark Visions, Vision World, and Clash of Wills. I'll still do that content. I don't know how long I'll continue doing that, because even those types of events are really just starting to get stale for me. And with I'm happy to do that type of content when I know there are exciting things on the horizon, when I know there's a future to invest in. Like I used to invest in this game. I would buy a Fountain of Lapis every now and then. I would get like a Crest Pass. I haven't purchased a Fountain of Lapis or Crest Pass in like months. I think Flaring Ether Rain was the last thing that got me excited enough to buy a Fountain of Lapis. And so I don't feel like even spending any money on this game anymore. And so yeah, it's a slow winding down process for me, I think. And it I don't know how much longer I'll be doing content, but I'm gonna try and hang on as long as I can. And then I'll still keep playing this game. I've put so much time and money into this game. I'll keep playing it probably until end of service, just as a filthy casual. And like I said, I'll keep doing my Clash of Wills stuff, Dark Visions, Vision World, as long as I can still muster up the motivation to do that. But I just wanted to put that out there. Sorry, that's a bit of a soapbox. I know you're probably thinking, why is this guy still talking? But I do appreciate you guys listening to me. If you haven't skipped over it, if you skipped right to the fight, I definitely don't blame you. But anyways, I figured this was a good fight to sort of end my weekly event content creation, because we can bring Best Girl, Esther, and Sylvie along. All right. And so this is for the Jayden event. Oh, just to show you sort of my lack of motivation, I haven't even done these. Like, I'm honestly, I don't think I'm going to. Like, they expire this week. I honestly don't even think I'm going to do them. I haven't done them yet, and I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. So let's get into the King of Stags. So this is against Jayden. All right, he is a human. Mainly uses physical attacks, which is great. We're just going to mirage all that crap. Anything that does slip through Sylvie will manage. You can bring a friend, and you can bring War of the Visions units to get that last mission. And Sylvie and Esther count because they were brought over to War of the Visions. So they are actually considered War of the Visions category units. And so I'm actually just going to grab a random Esther friend. And yeah, we're just going to load it up. We're going to bring 2 Sylvies, we're going to bring 4 bunnies, and we're just going to wreck it. So this is, I mean, this is not intended to be a guide. This is just me having fun. I'm not even gonna bother showing you the gear. Just know that all the Esters are 300% human killer, 300% LB damage, and they all have, you know, the chain cat boost. The Sylvies can be whatever. They don't need to be EX3. You could even, you know, if you don't have 2 Sylvies like I do, you can bring a Sylvie friend and sort of replicate it. But honestly, you don't even need that. Like, you can bring just 1 Sylvie and put whoever you want in that second Sylvie slot. I'm just bringing 2 Sylvies just because I want to. But anyways, let's get in here and just see how easily we slaughter this boss. Let's go full murder bunny style, and let's just wreck it. All right, so 1 Sylvie's just going to do Burgeoning Defense, Compassionate Knight, Elemental Vines. That's for any magic damage that might slip through. The shifted Sylvie's going to do Paladin's Offense, Paladin's Defense for the Mirage, and then start the Lightning Ramp with Marion's Blessing. All right. And then all the Esters will just do their setup. The top 2 will do. This one's going to do Calm Before the Storm first, so we set up that Great Sword in Peril for our stronger Esters. So the 2 Esters on the bottom are like, you know, the EX3 level 130 ones. All right, so they're going to be doing the majority of the damage here. So I'll start these 2, and then start these 2. All right. Okay. So one of those slipped through, but no worries. You could even build, you know, your Sylvie for evasion, but it's not that important. All right, so this Sylvie's going to go ahead and do her LB. All right. There's a chance if all your Esters are, you know, strong enough that you could just go ahead and kill on this turn. It's definitely possible if you get good variance and whatnot, and everyone's ready to go. So send the first 2 first to ramp up the chain, and then the second 2. And there you go. Yep. If you didn't kill on that turn, you just basically you basically just set up and do another burst on turn 3. And that's it. So Jayden just got murdered by the murder bunny. All right. And yeah, it's not difficult at all. Honestly, you could switch one of those Esters out and put in like what's her name, Starlight Elena. That way you could get like a human killer. If you have her EX3, you could, you know, put human killer on the party. You definitely kill on turn 2, no problem. But yeah, there you go. So you see, you know, my Esther and the guest Esther doing the majority of the damage. The others just sort of cleaning up the rest. I think Jayden's got like 25 billion HP. So as long as you can do 25 billion, you are good to go. All right. And yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. All right. So yeah, that's my my swan song for the weekly trial event stuff. Just not interested in doing this, doing that content anymore. So I'm really sorry for you guys that that are bummed out by that. I definitely thank all of you guys who have followed me this far and are, will continue to follow me. Like I said, I'll still do Clash stuff, Dark Visions, Vision World, but that's the last of the weekly content that that I'm going to do, because it's getting too grindy. It's not fun anymore, and yeah, unless Gumi gives me some hope for the future and some reason to continue investing my time and money into this game, I'm just not going to do it. So, hopefully you guys understand that. I appreciate all of you guys who have followed me thus far and who have continually supported me. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you on the other side.